What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Tough loss for them boys. Oh, excuse me. Tough loss for them boys in Minnesota. Losing to the Timberwolves 115-104. Tyler Kolek, man, almost had a triple-double tonight. 20 points, 8 assists, and 11 rebounds. But the big cat was big. 40 points, 13 rebounds for him on his homecoming. But it wasn't enough, man. Randall's 17 points in that fourth quarter is pretty much what did the Knicks in. I thought the Knicks had a lot of fights tonight, man. I thought this was a very, very well-played game. The game was pretty much nip and tuck. I mean, you know, the Timberwolves would go up by 16 and 15 or 13 or 10, but the Knicks would fight their way back, man. But I still, what was big for them, of course, Ant Edwards was going to do what he wanted, right? Nobody really out there to check him. But Randall's 17 points in that fourth is what did it for the Knicks. That pretty much did him in. But if you look at the box score, you look at the quarter by quarter score, 31-28, the Wizards won. 27-24 the second quarter, 27-27 in the third, and 30-25 in that fourth. But it was a well-played game, man. Well-played game. I thought the Knicks had their moments. But being down 4 guys from your rotation, of course, your two starters, your star player, and of course, what would you call him? OG Anunoby's the third most important Knick. Would you say that right after Towns, or second most important Knick? Whatever. But your top 2 out of your top 3 players on this team did not play, and 2 of your most important reserve guys are still out. So I thought it still was a great showing. So the Knicks go to 20-9 on the season, by losing a tough one on the road in Minnesota, 115-104. Discrover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Tough loss, man. But listen, I'm proud of them, man. I'm happy with how they went out there and fought today, short-handed. Kolek is really solidifying himself, right, guys? He's really solidifying that spot. Like I don't think the Knicks shopping around anymore for any point guards. I don't think that should even be a conversation. I think that he's pretty much locked down that backup point guard spot. What a showing like today really proves that I'm ready. I'm ready to be the guy behind the Brunson. And if Brunson needs time off, you don't have to worry about, handing the keys over to me. I can pretty much, steady the ship and keep us to where we could possibly pull out a great victory today. JW, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Tough loss for them boys in Minnesota, 115-104. The big cat, 40 points, 13 rebounds for him. JW, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live and my crew tonight. BQ from BK, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Tough loss to them boys on the road. 115-104 to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Tyler Kolek, almost a triple-double. 20 points, 8 assists, and 11 rebounds. Tyler Kolek is proving and showing like what it takes to really make it in this league, right? And what I mean is you got to scratch and claw and fight. You got to work on your game, which he's proven that he has done so. And when you get your opportunity, you make the most of it. And you show the coach that I belong out there, like I do. And there are some flaws in his game, some things he needs to work on. But to me, he's ready to go now. And what I mean by that, meaning he should be in a regular rotation, anywhere between 15 and 20 minutes a night. If you can get him 25 minutes, great. The more rest for Brunson, the better. So Brunson can be rested and ready for May and June, right? So he's proven that. I don't think we need to see anything more of him, right? I think he's pretty much solidified that spot. So the Knicks should not be shopping for a backup point guard, none of that. I think Tyler Kolek has solidified himself as that. Also, too, I think our young players should really, really take a page from Tyler Kolek's book, right? Like, find out what did he do to be ready to go. Like, what did he do? What's the steps he took? Because as you guys know, during the season, like, they don't practice. Like, so their off days are their off days. Like, tomorrow they're going to be back home in the garden. Of course, getting ready for that Christmas Day game. They're not practicing tomorrow, right? So those guys, like Akporte, who I thought he just didn't play well tonight. Like, once again, he's got to work on his game. Dadier, of course. McCullough, right? Diawara. Like, them guys should live in the gym. And the one thing Brunson did state when he talked about Kolek, he said, listen, man, I pride myself on being in the gym. When I'm in the gym, that guy's in the gym. It's just I'm in the gym by myself. I'm not in there by myself. He's in there too, working on his game. And I wonder, I mean, he's not going to speak for anybody else, but I wonder if those other guys are there too that I just named. Because that's the blueprint, because he's doing the same thing Deuce did. And I remember Brunson saying the same thing about Deuce. So it's not shocking that both of these guys are having the same outcome. You know, Deuce being who he is now because of all the stuff that Brunson said he was doing. Tyler Kolek pretty much having the results now, pretty much doing the same thing Deuce did. Like, so the proof is in the pudding. The magic is there. The magic's in the work, right? But the blueprint is there. This is what you need to do to get on the court if you want to play. So then when your number's called, excuse me, you're ready to go. Like, it's no question that I'm ready. And I think that's where Dadier needs to learn from, Akporte needs to learn from, and Diawara. Like, those young guys have to be able to work on those things and get better at their game. That's the only way. Because Mike Brown, they're not going to play you. They're just not. But when your opportunity is called, you're ready to go, and you can go out there and provide and show proof that I can be out there. Because then you may not realize, but it could be a certain part of the game and you're playing well, Mike Brown will keep you in. That's what he's done with Tyler Kolek, because there's been times he should have yanked Kolek, but he didn't. He let him stay. He let him rock with Brunson. And that's where he started getting his confidence in the kid. Kid started playing better each game. So he said, okay, so he put him in different situations to see how Kolek would do, how he would handle different things. And he has passed it with flying colors, right? So now you never know when your opportunity is going to come. You never know when he's going to call your number. That's the importance of being ready. Being ready. Be ready so you don't have to get ready, right? That's the old saying, right? So if you're on time, that means you're late. You should be earlier, right? That's how it goes. And so what this kid is showing is, it don't matter if you call me in the fourth quarter when there's 2 seconds left, I'm going to be ready to go. And it doesn't matter if you call me in the first quarter, 5 minutes into the game, you need me to come in for Brunson, right? I'm ready to go. And all those young guys need to kind of identify that. It looks like Diawara is coming around, right? It looks like he's slowly starting to turn a corner. I saw him. I thought he played pretty well today coming off the bench. Dadier looks shaky, man. Still. You know, I don't care if he's scoring 28 points out there in the G League. It doesn't matter, man. When you get out here on the court with the big boys, you got to pretty much come out there and show that I'm ready to go. And he looked shaky. He looked like he didn't know what to do. There was a couple of times with Akporte, he looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, he just looks like he's just all over the place, man. And that's not good. That's not good. This is your opportunity to show the coach that I belong out here, man. This is your opportunity to do that. You got to take advantage of those opportunities. I know at some points I was watching, I was like, yo, man, put Jameson in, man. Jameson played well against Indiana, right? You know, I don't know. But Akporte he just seems like the game, he just doesn't know what to do out there. He just doesn't seem like he knows what to do. Perfect example, when Cat gave him that pass, boom, he should be finishing with authority at the rim, banging it on somebody. He hesitated and unsure. I'm like, yo, what's wrong with this guy? I don't know, man. APAP, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live, man. APAP 1586. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, APAC 1586, man. But I appreciate you coming through, rocking with me and my crew, man. This is what we do after every Knicks game. Tough loss for them boys in Minnesota, 115-104. The Big Cat, 40 points, 13 rebounds. I thought Towns was sensational tonight. I thought Towns was on the money. Oh, that's APAP. What's up, man? Long time no see, sir. APAP, man. I hope all is well with you, my man. APAP, happy holidays, man. I haven't seen you in a while, sir. It's nice seeing you. I hope all is well. It's nice seeing you again, man. Your Towns is sensational tonight. 40 points on 24 shots. 14 for 24 from the field, 3 for 6 from 3, 13 boards. He looked like Towns tonight. Played with a little bit of confidence. You know, that whole 2 points the other night, that was just a fluke, man. I wasn't too worried about it. He came out with a vengeance tonight, man. And I just felt like they would have won tonight. They just didn't have enough offensive punch coming off the bench, right? Clarkson at 10, but he's, Clarkson's all over the place. That's kind of like what you get with him. But I thought Towns is sensational. I mean, he's just that good of a player, man. He just has to kind of stay out of the stupid fouls and stuff like that. That's like his only issue. I wonder if his dad or the coaches or him could talk to him. He's got to stop hooking people. He's got to stop hooking the arm. He's got to stop hooking around. He's got to stop doing those things. And it seems like it's just a really, really bad habit he's picked up, and he's gotten away with it. So now it's just part of his game. That's just what he does. And it's just boneheaded plays, man. Because I thought there was nobody could stop him, man. I thought he was doing what he wanted. And I thought the Knicks had an opportunity to kind of steal this game tonight. But then, Randall got busy in that fourth. You know what I mean? He started cooking. Randall started shimmying. You saw him shimmying. It's funny, right? How guys like that start doing all that dancing. He was just on there like a couple of months ago crying about how he was sitting in dark rooms in NYC, right? But now he gets out there, he starts hitting a couple of shots, he starts shimmying. These guys are funny, man. These guys are really, really funny guys. Hey, what you guys think about Josh Hart, man? I thought Josh Hart was awesome. I thought that Tech was crazy. He's got to control himself. I thought that was a little bit over the top. He shouldn't have been grabbing it. Gobert's legs, and then Gobert didn't do anything. You know what I mean? So that was kind of ill that Josh kind of lost himself like that. Right? I was kind of surprised that he did that. Joe Brown, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live, man. Joe Brown 7831. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, Joe Brown 7831. But I appreciate you coming through, rocking with me and my crew tonight. This is what we do after every game, so please subscribe to the channel, Joe Brown. If you want to get all Knicks content, man, come here and rock with LV Live and my crew, man. It's truly appreciated. Tony, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight, man. Tough loss for them boys. They go to 20-9 on the season. 115 and 104. Tyler Kolek, almost a triple-double, 20 points, 8 assists, 11 rebounds. Yeah, but I thought Josh got to keep his head, man. And all in all, I thought Josh had a good game. 12 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists. I thought Josh was solid. He's going to have the turnovers, man. He's trying to run point. That's not him. We saw Anthony Edwards steal the ball from him. That's not Josh Hart's job. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised by the turnovers. They're trying to do a little bit more than what they should because Brunson's not there. Even Towns had 5 turnovers tonight, right? So, it's tough when your main guy is not there, right? So Knicks had 19 turnovers tonight. I mean, we out-rebounded them 55-42. But that's kind of like what happened. You know what I mean? But with Josh, but I thought Josh played well though, man. He just got to keep his head, man, because that was a pivotal point in the game because they had just missed. They were missing shots, and we started making a push. Then he gets a tech, and then they get the ball back, and it's like, come on, man. You kind of slow down the momentum of that. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Not really too hard on him. I think he's been playing great for us this year. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Tough loss in boys, 115 and 104. Tyler Kolek and Big Cat was sensational tonight. All right, let me go up in here and go in the chat and see what you guys are talking about. See how everyone's doing tonight, man. I hope everyone's doing well, man. It's almost Christmas Eve, people. Hope everyone's doing well with your Christmas shopping and your gifts and all that good stuff. Hope everyone's got the tree up. You know what I mean? If you do celebrate Christmas, I don't want to put that on people, but if you are out there, but Get ready for the holidays, man. You know, I mean, it's for the family and everybody there, but really, Christmas to me, man, LV's for the kids, man. It's for the kids, man. You know, they had a long year, schoolwork and all that other stuff. So to kind of see them open gifts and stuff, that's what gives me my satisfaction. You know, watching them open their gifts and having fun and seeing seeing the things that they wanted. You know, they get a surprise, and of course, you get stuff for Mom Dukes and family members, and of course, Miss LV. Take care of her. But you get to a point, man. You get to a certain age, man. I don't want nobody to give me nothing. I'll be honest with you. I'm that type of guy. You know what I want? Things that guys don't really buy themselves. Give me socks. And some, like, I don't know, picture frames, or I don't know, t-shirts, just undershirts, white t-shirt, like things like that, like polo t-shirts or something like that. Like, I don't know, things that you just don't think as a guy to buy yourself. Like, just things like that. I don't really want, like, I don't know, man. You get past that stage. I don't know. You guys let me know how you guys feel about that. But I don't know, man. I'm not really big in getting a bunch of gifts like that. I don't know. I'm the type of guy, I like to buy my own stuff. Because then sometimes people get it, it's like too small, it's too big, they didn't get the right size. It's okay. You just coming here and getting me some socks, that means you thought about me. I appreciate it. Let's go to chat here. Tony says, LV, man, Tyler Kolek first start almost had a triple double. Dude will be elite by next year. We don't need no Alvarado and no guard rumors. Agreed. I agree with you, sir. I totally agree. I think he solidified himself, man. I think that's it. I think it's no need to go shopping. I think we're pretty much good. And I think that's how we should continue to do that. But I totally agree with you, Tony. All right, JW says, awesome game for Cat. Good game for Kolek. We lost, but played a close game with our two starters was good. We found our backup point guard for the future. Agreed, JW. Agreed. All right, Disc Rover says the only thing Tyler needs to do is practice on going up strong to the rack. At the rack. He's overcompensating when he sees those big, tall centers like Gobert in the paint. Disc Rover, it's not so much finishing strong, because he's not going to be able to finish over them. He's got to develop that floater, which he has. That's what Brunson has mastered, right? So that's your game. Like, and when he gets in the paint, he's got to stop and pull up for that jumper or hit that floater. Like, as soon as he gets to the foul line, it gets right across the foul line. He realizes the big man is there. And he can block a shot. Pull up for that jumper right there. That's money. That's the NBA shot. The elbow jumper. Them dudes hit those and they sleep. You know what I'm saying? So he should be able to just knock that down with no problem. That's easy. Instead of dribbling too far down that Baja, now you're stuck, because now you're the trees, and you can't shoot over everybody. So I think that's kind of like where he's got to really work on. But I think he's getting it. I think he'll be fine. He's playing really, really well, man. But as long as JB keeps mentoring him, he's in good hands. Agreed. This Rose Randley finally got his comeback game against the Knicks while we were down 4 or 5 rotational players. Yeah, man, that's typical Randall, though, man. That's typical Randall. That's what he does, man. He's a front runner. He's a front runner, man. So Eric Green says, tough loss. Kolek played well. We were shorthanded. Agreed, sir. Agreed. Tony says, it's impossible to win versus anyone when your bench scores less than 20 points, and that's the difference tonight. Tony, I'm glad you brought that up, Tony. Well played, sir. I'm glad you brought that up. It's going to lead me into my next piece, right? Which I'm stressing here, and I've talked about it in nauseum these last couple of weeks. Oh, excuse me, last couple of shows, I'll say. In watching tonight and kind of seeing Brunson down and Brunson down and OG down. And of course, Deuce is out with Shamet. it's making me start to realize where we're limited at, right? That Yabusele move is really, really coming back to bite us in the you know what, right? And what I think is we're gonna not so much a big because we already have Mitch and we're monitoring his minutes. And I thought Mitch was solid again tonight too. But we're gonna need a wing. We're gonna need, and this is why I keep screaming from the top of the hills, the Sadiq Bey move. We're gonna need a guy that can come off the bench that has size and could score. You're gonna need that because when you're dealing with, because I'm not thinking playoffs, I'm thinking finals. Like when you get to that level, and you got to get through the East, which is going to be tough this year, because I think Detroit is for real. I don't think they can beat us, but I think they're good. I think Boston's going to continue to get better. That middle part of the game, that pockets in the game where maybe Cat doesn't have it going on, he's causing crazy fouls, and Brunson's on the bench, you're going to need another guy that can really get out there and really do his thing, can get his bucket. I love OG, but we know he's shaky when he's dribbling. I love Mikal, but he's not aggressive enough. You're going to need a guy that has size, that's not 6'4", 6'5", who's about 6'8", 6'9", that can get his own bucket. And I think that that's important for us if we want to take it to the next level. And I think that that's what we're missing. We're missing a guy like that, and that guy is actually in New Orleans, and he has a really good price tag. If I'm the Knicks, I'm breaking my you know what to go out there and make some phone calls, try to get him over here, because they need that. They need that piece. And listen, guys, I don't know, man. I think it's win now for us. I think it's win now. Guys are in their primes. Brunson's in his prime. OG, Bridges, Josh, the Big Cat. All these guys are in their prime. It's time to go now. Now, no need to wait until next year. No, it's time now. This is our year. And so I think you swing for the fences here and you say, all right, listen, if we get, I don't know, Sadiq Bey on a 2-year rental, let's do it. Because, this is our window right now. Brunson's not getting no younger. So I don't know. That's what I saw today. Now, and I thought they played really, really well because considering we're shorthanded. But I'm thinking about when everybody comes back and, Cat is doing whatever, because he comes, and I love Cat, but sometimes he gets like that. He gets in foul trouble or whatever. Mitch is out there. He's on the bench, and you have Brunson resting, and you have Kolek out there running the offense. You're going to need a focal point to go through for that second unit. And I love OG, but he could score, but he's not someone you run the offense through. Bridges isn't that either. Neither is Josh. So if Cat is kind of out, dealing with foul trouble, and Brunson's resting, where do you go for that? That's the concern I have in watching this game. And just because I wasn't even watching it whether we win or lose. I was kind of watching the team, and I was looking at certain guys and seeing how they perform. Because I didn't care about tonight anyway, because I knew this was like Mike Brown chalked this up probably pretty much as a loss. He punted this game. Let's be honest. So I'm looking at guys and how they look when they come out. I'm looking at Diawara. I'm looking at Dadier. I'm looking at Akporti. I want to see how Kolek controlled the offense tonight. So now I'm searching. I already know what Cat is, all them other dudes. But those 4 guys I wanted to see because that's what's going to help us. You know who Clarkson is. You know who those guys are. But it's those 4 guys, the rookies pretty much I call them. I mean, they're second years, but, Diawara's a rookie. Akporti second year, Dadier second year, Kolek second year. So now I want to see how those guys look. Development-wise, are they ready to take this to the next step? Or are we going to have to ship off one of those guys with Yabusele and a pick to get a wing that can come off the bench and you know what he's going to do? He's going to get you buckets. And he's got the size to do it. And I don't want no more 6'4", 6'5" guys. I'm hearing people talking about Keon Ellis. No, man, he's 6'4", 6'5". We don't need nobody else like that. 6'8" or better that can get his own bucket. Buzzer Beater, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Tough laws for them boys in Minnesota, 115 to 104. The Big Cat, 40 points, 13 rebounds. And so, so I just, that's kind of like what I was looking for tonight when I was paying attention to. Right. And so, I think that's like something we have to kind of make a move on, man. I think that's a move we got to make here. I think it's very, very important for us to win a championship because I think we're right there, man. Because if I'm correct, I saw the score. I think OKC got smoked tonight, right? I saw the score. They were getting smashed by San Antonio, man. They were getting smoked. What was the score? They were getting cracked. They lost by 20 tonight to the Spurs, B. They've lost 3 out of their last 4 games. They got cracked tonight. Spurs beat them 130 to 110. That's why they beat the Thunder, man. The Spurs is going to be a problem, man. Spurs is going to be a problem. I think they struggle against us. I mean, I thought it was a good matchup with us against them, but I think that was a good sign that they're not ready just yet to play against a team like us. On the wings and at the guard position, they give OKC problems. And they have nobody for Wemby. Because they don't have a big, skilled enough and big enough to really deal with him. We got 2 of them. Because Ihart's big. He's not as big as Mitch and as physical as Mitch. He's not. He's skillful, but he's not as physical as Mitch. He can be physical. We know that with Ihart. We know how good he is, but he's not what Mitch is. And Chet, I love Chet, but he's not as skilled as Cat, and he's not as big as Cat. What I mean is big beating like strength-wise. He's just not that. And so Wemby can't push around Cat and money making Mitch. He can't do that. They smashed them boys, 130 to 120. Yeah, man. The league is ill, man. The league is ill this year. I was listen, man. Look, everyone keeps on saying they're gonna come out the West. Listen, if they gotta face San Antonio, I don't know. That might be a problem for them because San Antonio has their kryptonite. They got 4 good guards that are big and athletic, just like them. From Castle to Harper to Vassell to the other guy Johnson, of course, De'Aaron Fox, right? So that's what I just wrote about 5 guards. Fox is the smallest one out of all of them. He's about 6'4", 6'5". Yeah, Spurs give him problems, man. They just match up really well against them. Pulsar Sports Fan and Film 2311, man. I appreciate you coming through, rocking with me, man. I truly appreciate it, man. Listen, if you subscribe to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, man. But I appreciate you coming through, rocking with me and my crew, Pulsar Sports and Film 2311. Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live and my crew. Please subscribe. Yeah, he says, Pulsar says, Dadi Yabusele Hakaport, a good trade bait. It's looking like that. I know Yabusele definitely. I don't know, man. Yeah, man. And that's what I was looking for tonight. I was wanting to see those young guys. I wanted to see how they played tonight. Diawara, I like. The rest of the cats. I don't know. BQ from BK says, BQ from BK says, OKC coming for the Spurs head on Christmas Day. Yo, man. I think they got their number, man. I think they'll probably win, you know what I mean? But I think the Spurs got their number, man. Big Q, I just think it's just a matchup thing, man. They match up really, really well with them. Really, really well. Really, really well. The problem with them against us is that Brunson does what he wants, right? That's just what he is. He's going to get his, but they don't have nobody. Nobody for Cat. Nobody. And once again, Chet and Cat are just as skilled, but Cat is bigger than him, more physical. So Cat's a lot more physical going to the rack. And so when you have Cat and Mitch out there, them two big bullies down there getting rebounds, and Josh Hart, that's a lot to deal with in the interior, right? They don't really have Chet's not like that. Chet's more like a KD type player. He's not a big bruising guy. Chet's not going to get you 25 and 13. Like, Cat will give you that. Mitch will give you 8 points and 16 rebounds. Like, it's more of a physical game when they play us, right? Physicality wise. And OKC doesn't really have a wing like OG. Like, they got Dort is not as big as OG. Dort is maybe 6'5". OG is big, man. He's about 6'6", 6'9", 250. So you see how big he is. He's imposing. They don't have nobody like that. So once again, it's just matchups. It's just matchups. They got a bunch of guards and stuff like that, and that's it. So it's just about how you match up with teams. And they match up really, really, really well with OKC. Because all those guards and those wings that they got, San Antonio got the same thing. And their guys are just as big. Because you got to say, Vassell is about 6'7". I think Castle's 6'7". Right? Harper's, I think, is 6'6", 6'7". Johnson is like 6'6", 6'7". You know what I mean? It's got a lot of size out there. They're athletic. Because, they got Castle. Castle's a problem, man. Castle's a problem. He's a problem. He's giving SGA headaches, man. And we continue to forget about Vassell. Vassell's a really, really good player, man. You know what I mean? He's big. So they're a problem. They're a problem. If we were to see them in the finals, that would go 7. That would go 7. And I think we squeak out a game 7 win against them. In the Garden, of course. But I think it will go 7 against San Antonio. Tony says, man, Spurs and OKC trash. They won't beat us in a 7-game series. Yeah, I think we beat the Spurs. OKC, I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up. But I think we beat San Antonio. Just because of the bigs that we got in that Baja, man. Wemby doesn't want no sauce. Mitch was babying him. He don't want none of that. And he got to bang with us. Like, he can go out there and be fly and shoot from the outside and stuff. But if he start missing, they're not getting no boards. They're going to get bullied, man. In that Baja. So that's the thing with them. You know what I'm saying? But I think it goes 7, though. I don't think we sweep them and that like that. I don't think they sweep us. But I think it goes 7. I think it goes 7 against San Antonio. I think we get them. Evergreen says, who do you think we match up better with? OKC, I think San Antonio. Evergreen, San Antonio. Because OKC comes at you in waves. Evergreen, they come at you in waves. So you got to have the guards and the wings to be able to deal with that, right? And we don't have that. We don't. San Antonio does. The problem with them against us is our bigs in the middle, because that will cause Wemby problems. We play more of a physical game than OKC. OKC is more of a finesse team. We're more of a physical team. Like, we get gritty on the boards. We do all that, and Wemby don't really want to do that. He can't spin his whole game, and that's how we beat them last time. But they're good. They're really, really good. They're really, really good. I thought we played really well against them last time. People were saying they pretty much was having their way with us. I didn't see that when I watched the NBA Cup. I thought it was a good game. I thought they had their moments, and I thought we did. It was weird because everyone went on. Both teams went on runs. So as much as they want to say, okay, San Antonio had their way with us, they went on runs. We went on runs. And then in the fourth quarter, we just had our experience come in and take over, and that was it. They started missing shots. We started getting rebounds. We started making our shots. And of course, we got the closer. So I mean, that's just what it is. AP says, we shall see. What you think, AP? What you think? Break it down. Who do you got? Tony says we beat OKC in 6. We beat the Spurs in 6. Nah, Tony. I think that goes 7, man. I think that goes 7, Tony. I think that both teams definitely go 7. Definitely go 7. AP says I still got trust issues with the Knicks. AP, you know what it is? I see what you're saying, AP. I see what you're saying. But that's why I stressed early, like, listen, man, if we can get Saddiq Bey, I think that really fixes a lot of problems, AP. Because I think that's the little glitch that we get. We don't have a big guy coming off the bench the size of OG that can score like that off the bench. And if you have that, that fixes those little pockets in the game where Brunson isn't scoring and Cat is kind of being Cat. You know what I mean? He's having an issue tonight. I don't know, like he had the other night, right? If you're getting this Cat like what we had tonight, then I ain't worried about anything. But you have those pockets, especially in the playoffs, where you can have that, where he gets in foul trouble, whatever. Brunson's not out there. Those non-Brunson minutes, who are you going to depend on to score? I love OG, but he's not that guy. He can't get his own bucket like that because he's shaky with the pill. Saddiq Bey can do that. So you need a guy out there who you can funnel the ball through and say, yo, let's try to get a bucket. OG, kind of everybody read off of him. Cole just run the offense. Mitch get rebounds. Now we good, right? So that's the key. And he's got the size. You know what I mean? That's huge for us. And so that's where I think that fixes a lot of those issues there, AP. The Discover says Wemby shrinks against physicality. Even Tyler successfully defended him during one play in Vegas. Listen, agreed. That's what I'm saying, the Discover. That's why I think I would rather the Spurs than, you know what I'm saying, than OKC. I just think that the OKC depth and the waves that they come out, they don't give you time to breathe, man. It's like they're like a boa constrictor. They suffocate you, man. With all the different lineups that they can throw at you, they come in waves, man. It doesn't stop. They come in waves. You know, you think Shay's on the bench. You think it's a time for us to get busy? No. They got these dudes. This guy, Job. They got him, and you see Jalen Williams. He's out there getting busy. Then, of course, iHeart's on the bench, but Chet is getting busy. Then you got the other Jalen Williams. He's getting busy. Then you got, you know what I mean? It's just so. Who's the other guy? They got Wiggins out there, right? He's knocking down shots, right? They got a lot of dudes, man. A lot of dudes. BQ says, do you think the Pelicans want to give up Bey? I think for the right price, they will. And that's where the Knicks got to come over and kind of say, listen, what do you want to do? And listen, here's the thing. Who says the Knicks aren't on the phone? You know what I'm saying? I know they're definitely on the phone working on deals. There were some reports that came out from Ian Begley that stated that the Knicks – let me not say that. I don't want to see Ian Begley. Let me retract that. There was somebody that reported or put something out there that the Knicks are putting out feelers out there in regards to Yabusele. So I think the Knicks are working at things, and I think they're kind of trying to, you know what I mean, feel things out, right, with that and what that looks like. But that to me is what we need, BQ. And BQ, why I keep on mentioning his name is his salary matches. He's making $6 million. Right, $6 million, right? Yabusele's making $5 million. So we'd have to maybe put that together with another young player and maybe a pick, and that could work to bring him over here because he's not making that much. That's why I'm stressing him, right? I'm hearing. I even heard who did I hear from? I forget where I heard it. I'm trying to remember where I heard it from. But I'm hearing like Tari Eason, possibly. I don't see why the Rockets do that. I don't see. There's no way. But I know there's rotation issues with the Rockets. Like they're trying to find, because they got a deep bench too. They're trying to play certain players and it's kind of overlapping. So, But Tyree Easton is going to be uber expensive. Uber expensive. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know how the Knicks would do that. And if they do that with a Tyree Easton, I think it'll just be like a rental for a couple of months, because I think he's due for guys, give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. So I don't know. So I don't know if they're gonna be able to do that just because of the money, and you know what I'm saying, with all that other stuff with that. So I like Easton, but he's expensive, man. And then also too, I think, like I said, I think he's gonna be, if I'm correct, I think he's a free agent coming up this summer. You guys can check, but I think he's a free agent coming up this summer. And I don't think we're not going to be able to afford him. So it's really like we're giving up all that for just a guy's here for a couple of months, basically a rental. Whereas a Sadiq, we might have him, we can have him for another season under that price of $6 million, right? A year. So we would have him the rest of this year and possibly next year also, right? So that's just what I'm saying. So we don't have much money to play with, right? So what do you guys think our ceiling is? About $6 million, $5 million? That's where we're at. So you got to look out there and see what deal we could make. And so that's why I keep on mentioning him, because that's what I only see possibly us having, man. Us being able to work, man. We ain't really got much cheese, man. You know what I'm saying? Our cream is kind of low, man. You know what I mean? All right, guys. So listen, let's listen to the coach, man, about how he felt everyone played tonight. Let's hear from the coach. Listen to him about how everybody played tonight. Let me just pull it up for you guys 1 second. Hope everybody's doing well again tonight. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. It's truly appreciated during this holiday season, man. Okay, let me pull this up for you guys. Listen to the coach. Okay. Boom. All right, make sure that's all set up perfectly for you guys. All right. I think no, it's not. Let me fix this. All right, cool. We're good here. All right. Also, to everybody coming through, please hit that like button for me. I truly appreciate it. All right, here he is, the coach.
Oh, Cat, obviously, he can score. He had 40 tonight. I said it before. He's a walking double. He just has to continue to try, to not pick up cheap fouls. He had a couple of cheap fouls where he led with his hands, or he hooked the guy. And now we have to sit him for X amount of minutes when he needs to be on the floor. So, the 40 and 13, it doesn't surprise me at all, because he's more than capable. But if you're going to be a great player, and I'm sure he does too, we expect more from him so he can be out on that floor.
Agreed. Listen, Mike Brown is absolutely right, but I will correct him though. He said in order to be a great player, Cat is a great player, man. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. Like he's gonna, he's a great player. I mean, he just is. I mean, his numbers are off the charts. So he's a great player. He just has to be a lot more, responsible. But he's never been, Cat's never been a 1A guy. I think he's more like he's not Batman. I see my guy back there. He's not a Batman. He's more like a Robin, right? And someone else has to be a Batman. But he's a really, really good Robin, right? And so with the numbers that he puts up, so I'm not surprised, like Coach said, that he had the numbers that he had. But this is what he does. But the fouls and him being a lot more disciplined is what can hurt us going forward, because we need him out there on the court to get busy. But if he can't stay out of foul trouble, he just continues to just not be smart out there, that is what can really hurt the Knicks down the stretch. When we get in really big games, especially in the playoffs, and we're going to need him, he's got to be smart out there on the court, especially in those non-Brunson minutes. Like when Brunson goes to the bench and Cat is out there with that second unit, that's when he has to get busy. You know what I mean? He can't be out there picking up insane fouls and just hooking people like, Coach just stated it too. I mean, it's obvious. He does it every game. So, I mean, you got to get to a point where you got to stop doing it, man. But he just, I don't know, he just does it. You know what I mean? So I just think that that's something that he has to continue to get better with, man. He has to. AP says a good player. I won't call him a 1. Yeah, nah, AP. He's not an alpha, right? He's not a Brunson, right? He's not an Ant Edwards. He's not a Shea. He's not a Luka. He's not a Giannis. That's not who he is. He's more of a, and he's not even a 1A, 1B. That's not even him. He's like a 2. You know what I'm saying? He's a legit second option, but a really, really good second option, meaning he's a star player in this league. Superstar, no. Star player. Is Cat in the top 15 in the league? Players, maybe top 20. I'll put him in the top 20. I think he's the best big in the East. Right? So if you think of the best bigs in the league, who would they be? You put Giannis in there, of course. So you have the Joker, right? You have Wemby. You have Giannis, who's right after that. It's got to be Cat, right? So he's in that tier. So he's got to play like it, meaning he's got to be smart with these fouls, man. He's got to be smart with these fouls. He has to be. Okay, this Rover says, think we can get Coach Peter Patton and Mark Bryant to get into Cat's head about it. Those two seemingly fixed Mitchell Robinson's free throw shooting in 6 days, what nobody could do in 6 years. This Grover, well said, sir. Well said. I don't know, man. I don't even think it's because that's this Grover. That's more so skill set, right? Like, okay, you got to make sure you get your hand underneath. Like that's just learning how to dribble or learning how to rebound or hit a hook shot. That's just stuff for repetition. This is like all in here, man. This is all in here and just being a smarter player. Like stop reaching, stop doing stupid fouls. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's just, it's just lack of discipline, man. And that's where he has issues. AP says Alonzo Mourning. Exactly. He's like a Zoe. He's like a Zoe. Exactly. Exactly. And Zoe's a Hall of Famer, right? Who would you say? If Zoe, okay, who was the star on those Miami Heat teams that was bigger than Zoe? Tim Hardaway? Tim Hardaway was the guy? You would say he was bigger than Zoe? I would argue to say it was 1A, 1B with him and Zoe. With Zoe and Tim Hardaway. UTEP two-step. That crossover was deadly, right? Crossover was crazy. Those Heat teams, man. Those Heat teams we used to go to war with them boys. The biggest rivals for us back in those times were the Bulls, Indiana, and the Heat. Those were the rivalries, man, back then. Wars. We used to get into with them boys. Just Knicks, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Tough loss for them boys in Minnesota, 115-104. Tyler Kohler, 20 points, 8 assists, 11 rebounds. But guys, I'll be honest with you. I'm happy with how we played, man. I'm really, really happy with how we played. I thought Kohler was exceptional, like I stated, and Cat. But I thought Josh was good. I thought Mikal came up had good moments. I thought even Diawara came in and gave good minutes. I thought Clarkson hit some good shots. So all in all, I thought we played well, man. I mean, I just think we were shorthanded, so we had to do with the most of what we had. And I thought we played really well to the point where I was kind of watching and I said, "Yo, wait a minute, are we going to win this game?" I said, "There's a possibility we could pull this out today." And then Randall started shimmying, right? So that pretty much ended that. But I loved what I saw tonight. But like I said, in that I kind of felt like, okay, this is something we're gonna have to fix with this bench issue, And then also too, guys, how do you feel about I was thinking about this too in watching the game. And you guys correct me if I'm wrong. Is Deuce's durability starting to be a problem here? Because his last couple of seasons, he's gotten hurt now with these ankles and these knees. He's getting hurt now, man. He's out for a while, right? Like, he's still a young player, but your best ability is availability, right? And Shamet now with these shoulders, right? And I'm only throwing this out there to you guys. I'm only saying this because, man, listen, this is the playoff push, man. We're trying to get to the championship and we're trying to win it. So we need guys that are available, right? We can't have it to where guys are injured and listen, guys got to be ready. And then the other dynamic is when the guy goes down, guys have to be ready to step up and step in that place. Meaning you should not skip a beat. Now, granted, you're not going to be as good as you are if that other player is playing because he's obviously a tier better than this guy. But excuse me, if you get guys on your bench who can fill in those moments and who can really produce at a high clip to where you don't even feel it if the guy's missing, meaning like a guy like Deuce or a guy like Shamet or whomever, you guys are still able to win because of the bench guys coming off your bench. That's what separates you from the rest of the pack. And I think that's where we're kind of missing at. Because if OG is out or Mikal is out or Josh is out or whatever, like, we should still win games. We should still win games. We shouldn't have no problem because of the team that we have. And once again, I keep on saying this, but that's where this Yabusele piece really, really hurts, man. Because he was kind of supposed to come in and kind of produce, but he's been a total disaster, man. Total disaster. This is in the words of my man Big Task, this is definitely a lemon. Definitely. This goes to the last season. He got hurt 3 times. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's AP, right? Yes. Always, yes. I'm saying, like, he's starting to kind of, because guys, remember, Deuce is not. It's not like he's 21. Deuce is what is he about 26 now? So he's not like, he's getting up there, man. I think he's still a young player, but you got to pay attention to the age here. Okay, so Deuce is 25. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So he's still fairly young. He's 25. So, and actually he just turned 25. He was 24. His birthday was September. All right. So he's still fairly young guy. Okay, so we'll give him that. He's having a great year so far this year. He's averaging 11. Right? So he's got to work on his health, man. That's big. Because I know he wants to get big money, and I understand that he wants to get paid, and he's going to get paid. But he's got to get healthy, man. Because guys, that's what's going to hurt us right now. Because this is the year, so guys got to be, guys got to be ready to go, man. It can't be like everyone's getting hurt and all this other stuff. Like, your role players got to be your role players, man. They got to be there and be ready to produce. This show says, I won't be too hurt on Landry's cause. It's only because once a season, and we're paying him only like $3 million. Yeah, agreed. But still, it's back-to-back season now. This we're dealing with this injury with this guy. Now I like Shamet. I do. I'm just, just got to, the best ability is availability, man. And that's something like we got to kind of like look into, man. Because listen, we're trying to make our push here, man. We're trying to make our push, and guys got to be available. I'm glad that he gave Brunson the night off, especially OG. Like, those guys have been playing a lot of hoops. And, Brunson's coming off that high ankle sprain. Like, you want these guys, healthy and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a lot of basketball. And they're not done yet neither, because after this, they got to get ready for their schedule is insane. Insane. You know what I mean? I don't think they have like I forget what it is, but look, I gotta look at the schedule again. But like, their schedule is insane, man. They got like a bunch of like back-to-backs coming up. They got like their schedule was like crazy, man. schedule is crazy. They have in the next, like they don't have like any days off. Like they like perfect example, right? Like they play Cleveland, right? Then they get 1 day off. Then they got to go to Atlanta because after they play Cleveland, guys, they're back on the road. They got to go to Atlanta, to New Orleans, and then to San Antonio on Christmas Eve, right? Then they come back. Then they come back home. But all those games are like it's like a day in between each other. Like they don't get 2 days off for a while. So it's a game, like a day off in between those games. Now remember, during that time it's travel too. So they don't really get no rest. You know what I mean? Because after a game, they got to get on a plane because they got to be in town the next day because they basically got to get ready for the game the night after. So this road trip, they got to go to Atlanta, to New Orleans, to San Antonio. Then they come back home. And then when they come back home against Atlanta and Philly, those are back-to-back games. And then after that, they got to get on a plane right after that back-to-back game and fly to Detroit. They got Detroit on January 5th. And then after Detroit, they got to fly back home that night because they got to be ready for the game on Wednesday, the 7th, against the Clippers. Then they go back on the road right after that. I'm gonna pull up the schedule for you guys, but then they hit the West Coast trip. I'm gonna say it's insane what their schedule is, man. So I'm not mad at Mike Brown resting a couple of guys because the schedule is about to get crazy. It's about to get insane for this team. I'm gonna bring it up for you guys in a little bit. But hey, let's listen to Mike Brown. Listen to the coach talk about Tyler Kolek, man. Kolek has been awesome as of late. So let's hear from the coach.
Tyler, I think career high minutes, career high points, career high rebounds. Just what did you see from him today?
Tyler was good. He was good in spurts. I thought he tried. He struggled initially. He was, I think, 3 for 10 at halftime, and he ended up being 6 for 12 in the second half. And we needed to get scoring from others, so he stepped up in that area. To get 11 rebounds at his size was fantastic too in 31 minutes. So for a young guy, he tried to do what he could while he was out there, but we need more from him. Probably more so defensively than offensively. At the end of the day, if we expect to get a win on the road.
Tyler, I think.
I don't know. Mike Brown, he kind of dropped the ball here. He's kind of shaky. The kid played really, really well. Like, I don't know what he's saying. He played all right. He played no, man. He played really good, man. He played really good. He's a backup point guard. What do you expect him to be, Brunson? Like you got to expect. You got 20 points out of the kid. He almost had a triple double. Like, I don't know, man. We need him to play better. Expect more because we're trying to get he got 20 points, 8 assists, 11 rebounds. He's the backup point guard. What do you expect him to be? Got to get a bit of better defense. I thought he was okay defensively. I thought Mike Brown dropped the ball here. I think he's dropped the ball here. He played really, really well in his first start on the road. It's kind of like an impossible situation for the Knicks because their star players out there. There's other star wingers out. They got other rotation. It's just him. Like, come on, man. He had 28 and 11, and Mike Brown's like, thought he did okay. I'm like, yo, my man, what? I thought Mike Brown dropped the ball here on this. I thought you could have gave him a little bit more positive reinforcement here, as opposed to trying to hold back. You thought he played well, really well. How about I say that? Certain things that we feel like he can get better on. But considering this is his first start on the road, thought he played really, really well. But there still is places to grow on, and that's what we'll work on. That's what he should have said. Thought he dropped the ball here. This officer says, yeah, Tyler's got a few more years to go before he can level up to close the career. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. I can't believe he said he expects for Kolek is ridiculous. Say he expects more from Kolek. Yeah, Bad. Yeah, come on, man. This is his first start. Exactly, Tony. Considering this is for, like, come on, man. And he's the backup point guard. Like, come on, man. Like, some guys ain't giving you that. 20, 28, and 11? Their first start? First career start on the road and a chunk of the team out against a healthy, good West team. Agreed, man. Agreed. I think he dropped the ball here, man. Did well. They did very well this road. Very well, I thought. Tony, first start, almost had a triple double. That's what I'm saying. I think he missed the mark here. He's usually good. He's usually good, but I thought he missed the mark. Yeah, I think he's kind of being a little bit hard on the kid, with certain things because he feels like he's a rookie or whatever. I don't know, but the kid played really, really, really well. So yeah, all right. Let me bring up the schedule here for you guys. Let me bring it up for you guys because I think we can take a look here, man. Because listen, guys, the Knicks schedule is insane coming up, insane. And I'm glad that he's giving guys some time off, but he might need to, man, because this is crazy, man. Look at the schedule here. Look at this here. Let me see. Sorry, guys. One second here. Let me make sure I got it. Oh, okay. That's not wrong. That's wrong. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. So you guys see that, right? So we got Cleveland coming up, right? Got Cleveland, right? But look at that, guys. So like I told you, see that in between there? We got to get on a plane right after that to go to Atlanta, right? That's the 27th. Then after that, the 28th, they're going to be flying out after they're done with the game in Atlanta. They got to fly out because they got to be in New Orleans the day before. That's how it always goes with these teams. They don't fly out the day of. So the day before, they got to be in town, but the day before. So they don't really get time to really chill. Like they got to fly out as soon as they're done. Then they go to New Orleans. They're from New Orleans. They got to go to San Antonio. So them days in between don't really count because those are really like travel days. So then after that, when they come back from San Antonio, look at that. They got a back-to-back with Atlanta again and Philly. Right? So then right after the Philly game, they got to fly out to Detroit. Right? Then they come back home to the Clippers. Right? Then check this out. Then right after that, guys, they got that West Coast trip. Phoenix, Portland, Sacramento, Golden State. You guys see that? I mean, this is brutal, man. This is brutal. It's a brutal schedule coming up, man. This is going to be really, really tough for them. Really, really tough for them. So we got to kind of monitor these guys and make sure the guys are ready. Hopefully Douche is back. But hopefully, believe it or not, hopefully during this time, they look to possibly make a move for somebody, man, because they're gonna need a little bit more production off the bench. They're gonna need a little bit more size. I think this is a time for, maybe a guy like Diawara to step up, but if they don't trust in him just yet, then I think you're going to have to make a move to get somebody because what you were hoping to get from Yabusele, he's not giving that. So you got, you're going to have to make a move to get somebody in here that can really, really help because you see it's about to get critical out here, man. You see it, man. This is going to be an ill schedule, man. So we got to really monitor this, man. Tony says, I love Dante LV, but he's not the answer for us. I'm sorry. No, he's not. He's not Tony. Tony, I want him here, but he's not the answer. He's not. And then Tony also, too, right? You got to think, Tony, he's kind of a redundant piece if we keep Deuce, right? He's kind of a redundant piece because it's like the same guy. He's bigger than Deuce, and he can shoot better than Deuce, but they're like the same guy. You need a bigger guy, Tony. You need we need a 6'8", 6'9" guy that can come on and that can score. Right? That's what you need. AP, I gotta go, man. Great show. See you next show. AP, man. Nice seeing you, sir. Hope all is well. Happy holidays to you, my guy. Take care. Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. It's truly appreciated. So I mean, so that's kind of like what's needed, man, because you see, it's about to get critical, man. It's about to get critical right now. Schedule is crazy, man. Crazy. And so I'm not even surprised that Mike Brown's giving players off, man, because it's about to get real, man. It's about to get real. All right, guys, listen, that's my show. I'm LV Live. Listen, I will be going live again during the Christmas game. So please come through and check it out. Probably be a quick show because I know everyone's going to be wrapping up gifts and spending time with family. But please come through and check it out, right? It'll be a quick show right after the Knicks game. So please come through and check it out. All right, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people, right? Also, too, if it's your first time coming through rocking with me and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. But also, too, please hit that bell icon to get all notifications for all my new shows. All right? I'm LV Live, and that's my show. Tough Loss for them boys, 115 and 104. We will get it back. Trust me, we will, against the Cleveland Cavaliers on Christmas Day. And I'll be doing my live show, so please come through and check it out. All right, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people.